Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving into how one local business takes a beautiful but very distant horizon and turns it into a tangible, booked reality for hundreds of thousands of people. We're going to look at the Island Packers story to understand the exact practical mechanics of transforming a passing interest into a concrete customer experience.
For anyone living or even just visiting Ventura County, the Channel Islands are this constant, striking presence right off the coast. They're just sitting out there on the horizon, sparking a ton of natural curiosity. But here's the thing about curiosity. It really often fails to translate into actual visits. People stand on the beach, they point at the islands, they talk about visiting someday, and they totally understand that these islands are a huge part of what makes the region so special. But curiosity all by itself doesn't always lead to action. So the big question for any business is, how do you actually turn that vague someday into a booked today?
Well, if you compare the romantic idea of the islands with the harsh reality of actually getting there, you clearly see the friction. The romantic idea, it's incredibly alluring, mysterious, beautiful, untouched nature. But the harsh reality, it's a minimum 14-mile ocean crossing. And once you step off that boat, there's no Starbucks waiting for you. No amenities, zero food, zero water. You have to pack in absolutely everything you need and pack out all your trash. Plus, there's super strict biosecurity rules to protect the island ecosystem. So the reality of getting there presents this massive logistical friction. It is, quite literally, an ocean of obstacles that stops most casual observers from ever making the trip.
In marketing, we actually have a term for this. It's called the curiosity gap. By definition, the curiosity gap is just the space between what a customer currently knows and what they really want to experience or discover. To master this gap, a business has to offer just enough intrigue to draw people in while actively building a super clear path for the customer to cross that gap easily.
Marketing experts like Callbox Marketing define this gap perfectly. They say the curiosity gap is the space between what your audience knows and what they want to know. Leave just enough mystery to intrigue your audience without overwhelming them. Now, academic marketers might write about this concept theoretically, maybe to figure out how to write better email subject lines, right? But Island Packers has spent over 5 decades practically solving it. They haven't just teased the mystery, they've built a physical, real-world bridge of operational excellence to get people across the water. Section 1. Building the Bridge, 50-plus years of operations. Let's look at exactly how they constructed this bridge, starting way before modern catamarans and instant online booking. Tracing their history, we see a business that relentlessly improved its ability to remove customer friction. It all started back in 1968 when founder Bill Connolly left his engineering job and bought a converted World War II Navy launch for $5,000. It was a gritty, incredibly tough family startup, and it really wasn't easy. In 1969, their very first boat actually sank in rough seas. They had to survive what they called the poverty season during those brutal winter months, but they persevered. By 2001, they launched their first custom-built catamaran, dramatically improving passenger comfort and speed. And jumping ahead to 2024, they were awarded a new 10-year National Park Service concession contract, which even includes converting their fleet to environmentally sustainable diesel-electric hybrid transmissions. Section 2. The Operational Bridge. Today, Island Packers crosses that massive ocean of friction not with trendy sales pitches, but by executing a highly detailed, strictly grounded operating plan. Just look at how they handle friction. The harsh reality is there's no food on the island, and the National Park Service mandates that the concessionaire must offer boxed lunches. So the Island Packers solution? They partner with a local spot on the alley to offer a $22.95 prepay boxed lunch. We're talking a breakfast burrito or a chicken wrap that you just order online and pick up right at the harbor before you even board. The friction of strict island capacity limits solved by offering a 12-month advance booking window, making planning totally effortless. Rough seas solved by using modern, highly stable catamarans. Instead of leaving customers to figure out the harsh reality all on their own, they do the heavy lifting to make action incredibly easy.
They also take the heavy burden of government regulations completely off the customer's shoulders by streamlining their digital flow. Step 1. Customers acknowledge biosecurity rules right in the online checkout. Step 2. If you're bringing a kayak, you watch the mandatory safety video right during the reservation process. Step 3. They verify you've secured your national park camping permits before the boat ever even leaves the mainland. By embedding these strict National Park Service requirements directly into their digital booking flow, they completely eliminate stressful surprises at the dock. The whole customer journey is just seamless. Delivering a real experience. Because all those logistics are expertly handled in the background, we arrive at the core of their success.
Once the friction is gone, the boat ride itself transforms from mere transportation into incredible experiential marketing. The journey literally becomes the destination. Whether it's a summer whale-watching trip in the newly designated Santa Barbara Channel Whale Heritage Area, where you might spot massive humpback, blue, or fin whales, or listening to naturalist-led storytelling about the island's human history. It's viewing the historic Anacapa Lighthouse right from the water, or taking direct boat service right into the massive painted cave on Santa Cruz Island. The journey itself delivers this immense, tangible value that perfectly answers the customer's initial curiosity.
This aligns so perfectly with a concept from Goodfellow Publishers, which notes that experiential marketing allows brands to establish a direct and interactive connection with consumers, encouraging them to become active participants rather than passive buyers. This immersive, highly guided approach ensures that visitors aren't just buying a ferry ticket to a barren rock. They're actively stepping into a memorable, interactive story where they feel entirely safe and well-informed.
Section 3. The Local Business Lesson. So, what exactly is the economic result when a local business successfully bridges the gap between passive curiosity and a highly managed reality?
The result is $24.9 million. According to a 2024 National Park Service report, the 263,000 visitors to Channel Islands National Park generated a massive $24.9 million in cumulative economic output for the local gateway communities.
Channel Islands National Park Superintendent Ethan McKinley summed it up really well. He stated, "Visitors spend time and money which supports both national and local economies. We're proud Channel Islands National Park generates $24.9 million in economic output to our wonderful gateway communities." This staggering number proves that unhyped, grounded operational excellence isn't just a nice thing to do for the customer. It is highly lucrative for the entire Ventura County ecosystem. Hotels, restaurants, and shops all thrive because one business figured out exactly how to get people across the water safely and easily.
So the ultimate takeaway here is the big difference between curiosity and operational excellence. Curiosity is vital, right? It absolutely gets customers looking at your business. But it's a clear, operationally sound bridge that actually gets them booking. Customers might already be interested in your product or service, just like they are interested in those beautiful islands on the horizon. But a strong local business actively helps them take the next step. It makes the value clear, the experience feel real, and the action incredibly easy.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to apply to your own venture, whatever it might be. What is the ocean between your business and your customers' curiosity? What logistical friction is stopping your customers from engaging right now? And exactly how can you build the operational bridge to get them safely to the other side?